America, how we doing today? I got something a little different for you. It's just a recorded video. I did this yesterday, and I'm just gonna put this up on YouTube. So no comments, no live stream, nothing like that. It's just a pretty drive up here, just north of Monticello, Utah, which is in the southeast corner of Utah. And I'm coming north on highway, what am I on? 191, I believe. Can't remember exactly. But yeah, 191. Coming up 191 and going to be coming up into Moab, Utah here in about a half hour, 40 minutes, something like that. And it's just a real pretty drive up through here. So I'll just sit back and enjoy. So I would do a live stream down through here, but I have no cell phone service. It comes in and out so bad, so it would just be buffering all the time. So I figured I'd just do a recorded video and then and just post it, load it onto YouTube the old-fashioned way, right? I'd like to do a live stream up through here, but it just won't work. My cell service just comes and goes too much down through here. So anyway, we're going to be coming up on the Church Rock, I think is the name of it. Right there on the left of the highway. The highway will turn, so we're going to go to the left of it. But about right there, there's a little rock, a little round-looking, boulder-looking rock. It's a really large. It doesn't look very big from here, but when you get up to it, it's really big. But it's from a distance, it looks like it can look like a church. It looks like a church with a steeple on it. It's just the land formation, the way it's made. Okay. And anyway, when you get up to it, there's a hole drilled into it. Somebody took a jackhammer, chisel, whatever, and drilled a hole into the base of it. And I don't know. I've always wanted to get out and walk over to it and look inside. Problem is, it's private property, and I don't want to be, walking in on somebody else's property, trespassing. So, but there's different rumors I've heard from drivers telling me, yeah, that whole thing's kind of hollow inside. That's the door, and you go inside, it's all hollow. And they used to have church in there, and I find that hard to believe. I think it just goes in there a little bit. Some rancher dug a hole in there and basically made a place where he could like a shelter, a shed or something. Probably put machinery in there or something. Who knows? And I always wanted to walk over and look at it, but right at the very base of it, like I said, we turned to the left a little. That's going to be on our right-hand side. But we get a little closer, and I don't know if you'll be able to see with this camera this far away. But right at the very base, looks like an opening about as big as a garage door. Big enough to, you probably pull a semi or tractor or something inside of that. So, but it's private property, and I don't want to trespass on somebody's private property. But anyway, it's called Church Rock. Church Rock, you want to go into Google Earth. Go to Google Earth and zoom in on this area and just type in Church Rock, and it'll point this thing to you. And right here's the little wide spots, this view area. You can get out and look at it. But on the fence, there's a sign that says no trespassing. But it would be neat to go over. There's a gate right there that says no trespassing on it. And it'd be neat to jump through the fence and walk over and look in it. But I would imagine it's just a tunnel that goes in there, probably 30 or 50 or so many feet, and that's about it. We're going to be going by Wilson Arch here in a little bit. If you want to look up Wilson Arch on your on Google Earth also, and so we're going to be going right by it. And you see these land formations, this sandstone rock or limestone rock off to the right over there. And see how what happens is the wind will blow through there, and it'll over millennia, the wind will blow and it'll pick up sand and turn it into like a sandblasting agent, and it hollows out these I don't know, hollows out these big sculpted curved lines, and it's just neat. And there's all kinds of little holes, I think, from animals drilling holes in the concrete and using them for, you know, birds for nesting and stuff. So, but you'll see more and more of that. You'll see a lot of it off to my right, way off to the right. I turned the camera that way, but it's so far away you wouldn't be able to see it with this camera. You do to zoom. But that's just one of those things. Cameras out here just don't do it justice. It's just so much prettier in person. And crest this hill here, look off to the forward right up there, there's a whole bunch more of those, I don't know how to, it's like this scalloped out areas, and it's all done by wind erosion. But it's neat. We get a lot closer, you'll see them a little, as we get closer to them, it gets prettier and prettier. When we go down through a little area, it is just beautiful down through there. Then we come into Moab, and Moab is famous for all kinds of Jeep trails and stuff, and a lot of people with four-wheelers and off-road vehicles, side-by-sides, Jeeps and stuff like that. They love to come to Moab and go out on these trails and stuff. And it's really a neat outing. Really, if you've never done it, never done it, it's worth doing. And you can come up and rent Jeeps. You can rent side-by-sides. I would suggest renting a side-by-side. Side-by-sides ride so much better than a Jeep. The only good thing about a Jeep is they have a roof and windows, and you can turn the air conditioner on. Or if it starts raining, you roll the windows up. But side-by-sides are the way to go as far as just traveling around out here on this kind of terrain. But they're about the same price. A Jeep and a side-by-side, they're about the same price. Open area here for a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of fast forward right here, and we'll fast forward through up through here and get a little closer. right, we get up here just in time for all the shadows. We got a big old cloud over top. Makes it a little harder to see. But we're coming up on Wilson Arch up here. And Wilson Arch is up here on the right. And with the sun behind the cloud, it just doesn't pop as well. Actually, the arch is in the sunlight up there. You know, right off to the right, that white rock with the red underneath it. It's all lit up. That's Wilson Arch right there. So they started building all these houses out here. So I guess if you want a house that looks at this kind of scenery, this place to buy it. There's a little neighborhood up here. I don't know much more about it than that. All the houses are built pretty much the same. You know, kind of a, I don't know, green roof, metal roof type. There's a couple of adobe houses in there and stuff. But anyway, just off to the right here, I got to pay attention to the road because people slam on their brakes. I guess this little Subaru right ahead in front of me, they're going to hit the brakes and pull over. There's Wilson Arch off to my right, and there it is. There you go. That was Wilson Arch. And in this little area, it's real pretty up through here. You notice the difference on the camera. Using an iPhone 12. On the iPhone 12 that has 3 cameras on the back of it, and when I just turn the camera on and start recording, it's in the I guess the middle camera. There's a zoom camera and there's a wide angle camera. And what I've done is I've pinched the screen ever so slightly to get it onto the wide angle camera. Okay, and by doing that, the wide angle camera is stabilized. Okay, and I just learned that. I just learned that little trick the other day. So all these other videos that say the footage was what do you call it? The footage was shaky. Here we go. We'll go back to the center camera and see how shaky the center camera is. Okay, but by going to the wide angle lens. Okay, that's a little too wide. I don't want it quite that wide. I want to go in just ever so slightly. Just enough to get it into the realm of the wide angle lens, but not really widened out. And it's a stabilized lens, whereas the other two aren't. The zoom lens and the standard lens aren't stabilized. So, that's on the iPhone 12. Now the iPhone 13, I think all 3 of them are stabilized. There you go. A little smoother ride for you. Here's the old famous hole in the rock. Hole in the rock. Somebody came out and started digging a hole into that rock and made a house. They actually built rooms and stuff inside that big rock on the right-hand side there. And it's turned into a tourist attraction now. But yeah, it's actually there's a house in there. And I guess people that own it, they actually live in there. So when they open it up, I don't know when, but you think it'd be open right now, but it's not. But yeah, they open it up. The other thing is this rest area. If you ever have time to stop in this rest area, just get out and walk around. It's just pretty in there. Just really, really pretty. Big, huge cottonwood trees. So, but anyway, the hole in the rock, I don't know the story on it exactly, but somebody started digging a hole in the rock, hole in the wall, and it was going to make a house again, and dug all these, basically dug their own cave, basically. And I guess you go inside and the rooms are all nice and square, you know, nice and square and everything. And oversized load coming at us. And bulldozer. But it whoever bought it turned it into a tourist attraction, so now you go in there. And I'd love to stop in there, but there's not a lot of room to park a truck around there. And I don't think they'd appreciate me pulling up into their parking lot. Pretty tight. Moab. We've been kind of in Moab here for a little while, but right ahead of us, all those trees down in this lower valley down here, that's the city of Moab. A real pretty little town. It's a tourist town, of course. Relies on the Jeep enthusiasts and side-by-sides going out, running around on the trails. There's several national parks. Arches National Park is just north of town out here. I can't remember the other. There's about 2 or 3 national parks around in this area. And but Jeeps and off-roading is very big around here. Right off to the right here, see the red Jeeps off to the right? That's Cliffhanger. Anyway, I rented a Jeep from them. Oh gosh, this is 15 years ago. I rented a Jeep from them and went out and rode around on the trails and stuff. It was fun. You gotta be careful. It's in a rented Jeep, so you don't do anything too crazy. What you do is you ride around on the trails and watch the other guys do all the crazy stuff, with the really heavily modified, rock crawling Jeeps. But it's fun. You go out there and have a good time. There's some side-by-sides for rent right there. Man, that's Kawasaki KRXs, man. Those are some mean machines there. And I got a couple friends of mine that have them, and they're quite the beast. You rent one of them and go out there and have a really good time. I got a whole bunch of, down here in the downtown area, they got a whole bunch of little gift shops and curio shops and that kind of stuff. There's some more rental side-by-sides. There's the Razors and stuff over there, Can-Ams. We're down into the downtown area now, and there's all kinds of good restaurants. Pretty nice places around here. There's all those gift shops and stuff down in this area. Walk along the sidewalk. You can spend a whole day just walking around in here and just checking things out, stopping for dinner. P1000. Move you around real quick. Right over there. Huge valley and canyons and stuff all down through there. All those Jeep trails all go down in through there. It's really neat. Yeah. There's Moab Springs Ranch Club and Base Camp Resort. Yeah, it's a pretty neat little town here in Moab. Get you out of town here a little bit. We'll go by the entrance to the Arches National Park. It's just up around the curve up here a little bit. So we'll go down, go past that, and then we'll shut the video down, okay? And Moab has grown a lot over the last 30 years that I've been driving, coming out through here. Moab has really grown quite a bit. Very, very heavy in the tourist sector. All right, green line, stay red, stay green for me, stay green. Woohoo! All right, see, there's another big canyon right there that you can go down. Check that out. Actually, you can drive right your car down there quite a ways. But there's all kinds of neat stuff. That's the Green River, or I don't remember. Let me look and see if I can see off the sign here. Oh, it's Colorado River. That's Colorado River. That's the one that flows down into the Grand Canyon. So, when we get up here around this next curve up here, that's we'll see the entrance to the national park. Mountain biking is pretty big around here too. You get a mountain bike, go right up in the mountains and the hills and stuff. It's an awful lot of work. Oh well. Here at the stoplight, this is the you take a right, you go to the stoplight and you turn right, and that's the entrance going into the national park. You see up on the hill, I don't know if you can zoom in on it good enough or not, but way up on the hill you can see RVs and cars. They're doing switchbacks going up over the hill. Once we get through the stoplight here, we'll get up there a little closer. You might be able to still see some of them. But if you turn right and then it curves left, and it just kind of parallels down here to the guard shack to go into the national park. If you look up on the top up here, right in here, you can see cars going back and forth on switchbacks. And in the morning you come in here and that guard shack is backed up all the way to the road. There's the guard shack off to the right, on the other side of that Jeep right there. Kind of the concrete wall's kind of in the way now. But anyway, as you can see, they go in a little ways and you start doing switchbacks, working your way up over that hill, over that ridge. pretty little valley up through here too, so might as well go through that too. We get out of this valley and then turn this into open area, just open desert country. So got another couple miles and we'll shut the video down. I don't know if you notice it over on the other side, on the right, past the ditch, over just on the other side of that ditch, there's a bike trail for bicycles, cyclists. Go up there. I wouldn't mind that. Somebody give me a ride up top of the hill. I didn't take a bike and coasting all the way back down it. That wouldn't be too bad. There you can see that bike trail. Pretty country out here, but I think you've seen enough. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off, and hope you enjoyed it. It's Moab, Utah, 191 Highway 199, Highway 191 north up through Moab. So there you go. Y'all be good. Take care. God bless.